Hello, this is RetroTK2 and today we're back making our Pokémon Rom Hack. Last time you remember that we set up both of our script editors to use, both PKSV and XSV I believe. And today I want to actually create a script. Now there are a ton of script tutorials online, but the one that I find very useful was the Android one. And it'll be the one I'll sort of be sticking close to, yes. The actual video that I checked out for this current tutorial that you're watching right now was episode 7, I believe, of the Pokemon Generation 3 ROM hacking series that he did. So that's the one that we're going to be pretty much sticking to for this here. So let's just go in, create a new script, and let's start it off. So to start off any script, you type in # dynamic, and then you add in your hexadecimal offset, which in our case is going to be 0x800000. Now what does this mean? Well, basically what has to happen is we need to look for free space on the actual ROM to add in our script. The dynamic here is the one that's, so it's going to dynamically search for this free space. And the actual 0x8000 is the, I want to say it's the offset that we're going to start at. So it's going to start at 0x800,000. And then it's going to go to, I believe the limit that it will go to is 0x8FFFFF. Since this is hexadecimal notation, if you remember from my C# videos, you'll know that we go from 0 all the way to F. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, and then F, of course. Stopping at F. F here would stand for 15, since, well, it's hexadecimal, so it has 16 different values. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, as far as I know, well, I say as far as I know, I mean, I'm not actually 100% sure how much memory is stored at this particular offset. So this is more like a reference to this space in memory, but how much space in memory we actually have, I'm not entirely sure, yes, I must admit. But basically any sort of script that we create now will be at this offset here, and this is the one that we're going to use in our actual advanced map. If you remember back in advanced map, you have to click on the event that you want to do and then put in your script offset. Well, this is what our script offset is going to be. So yeah, and the 0x800,000 is free space. We know that there's free space all the way up, so that's the reason why we're using that there. The Android, I believe it's Android again, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but the Android playlist goes into this in very good detail here, so I would definitely advise checking that out. Next we start in our #org, and then we put in our @ symbol, and then we add in start. This is essentially the start of our script, and the #org being the start of any sort of script that you will create. And then the @start will actually become an offset in its own right. So this is going to be something like 0x8. It probably actually will be the 800,000 since we haven't particularly used that one yet. And then the following scripts that we create will probably be 0x800,001, 800,002, and so on and so forth. Fortunately, since we're using the @ here and the start, we can just reference this actual script, I believe, and it should all just work. The compiler will fill in the offsets for us, which is brilliant. One thing I'm not so sure about is whether or not we can call different scripts from other scripts within our game, I want to say. So once I use this @start, does that mean that I can use this @start continually? I don't think so, because all the ones I've seen so far have @start, and then they'll create an entirely new script and it'll be @start again. So presumably it will point to a completely different offset, which is a bit of a shame, but well, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so cool. Okay, so now all the other ones that I've seen have this lock. Now what is a lock? Lock is essentially going to lock our player in place. Now the actual script that I'm going to create here is just going to be a simple message box. So we're going to talk to, I believe, our Pokeball here, actually, to be fair. Although actually, no, I think, I'll tell you what, I'll put in a person that we can actually speak to. So the person will be facing one way, and then we will lock our player in place. Then we want to make it so that the actual NPC or non-playable character will face the player. So we'll type in face player so that it will essentially just look straight at our player. After that then we want to add in message box. And then we want to do another offset at talk. So we're going to create a script called at talk down at the bottom is. And then we also want to put in what type of message box we are creating. 0x6, I believe, is just a standard message box. You can have all different sort of types is. And I believe that there are other predefined constants that we could probably use in here. I really do want to try and use them. So I'll check them out for later. I have seen ones where you actually just type in message and then you can actually use it like that. So then you'll type in at talk and then from there you can actually even just type in face player or whatever, or face player message or something like that. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we want to be. We don't want to have to be messing around with this lock face player and stuff. If there's anything that's been pre-done for us, then yeah, we want to sort of check that out anyway. But yeah, then after that what we want to do is release the player back into the game, so that you can, of course, use the player, and then we want to end our actual script. Brilliant. So now we want to define our talk script. So let's do talk, and here you just put in equals, and then whatever your text is going to be. Of course, since this is coding, I want to put in hello world. Brilliant. Okay, so now we actually get. Oh, sorry, I've accidentally pressed Control save there, yes, but you can also go up to here and press save. And I kind of do actually want to save all of our scripts if I possibly can. And I think I'm going to do that in another folder called, well, what would you expect? Is scripts seems like a good idea. And this one we're going to just call hello world. I think it'll be a good idea just to keep this script hanging around, just because, you know, it's a good idea just to keep the hello world, well, in check. Okay, now we need to actually add this in to the ROM. So if we open up our ROM, fortunately we've already pointed to it. And then if we go to compile, you'll see that we get a whole lot of stuff back. So what we currently have is our actual dynamic offset, which is 0x800,001 for our start, and 0x800,000 and B for our talk. So now what we do is, this is already now being compiled into our actual ROM. Now we just go and take the offset, copy that into advanced map. Hopefully this will all work, yes. And now I actually need to add in a person event, of course. And for whatever reason, that's not coming up for me. Change events, of course. And if I put this in, and I'll add in a different picture, just so that we can identify it as something different. Put in that little girl there, of course, that sounds good to me. And then we will also input in our offset, which is I don't think we need the 0 in this one, is. I think it should actually just work with the 8001. Now if I save and then head back into, so now hopefully this will all just work, yes. So if I go into our game, go forward, and there she is. Okay, cool. Hopefully this will come up with our hello world. It doesn't do anything. Brilliant. What have we done wrong? Oh, well, it sort of does something. Hang on. Oh, okay, so it does seem like it is actually working. It's, as you can see, as I'm pressing A on her, we are changing. Now, is that just sort of default behavior from our script in general? Okay, cool. That did seem to do something. Albeit it didn't actually do what we needed it to do, but that's okay, okay. Let's see where we've gone wrong. So we've got the face player in, we've got the message box, and we've got talk, and that's not working. Maybe it's not message box anymore. Maybe it's been updated with the current compilers. I'm not sure, yes. Actually, maybe I should just use the tools here from our, yeah, okay, we'll try this here, because as you can see, PKSV has its own, I want to say, script generator mechanism that allows you to just go in and create a, yes, okay, script. Well, generated the script, of course, and I can't actually see it. Find item, heal, Pokemon. Okay, come on, let me what? I'm trying to find one more person talking. There we are, yes. So please enter the required text, and ours is going to be, of course, hello world. As you can see, it's already been sort of done for us, and then we go OK, and then we put in the message. No, yeah, this is what I was trying to see beforehand. Message fine, message item, message no close, message normal, of course, sounds good enough for me. And if we click in normal, click OK, and it does something crazy. It does this. As you can see, message type. Okay, so we had to call std, message normal, and that's the way it works there. Okay, I think, yes. And we're at a completely different dynamic offset. Oh my goodness. Okay, no, let's keep it as that, I think. Save this one. And now we go back in and compile, I believe. And now you can see we've got a completely different offset for our game. I wonder if we could actually just actually put in the, so we override that actual offset. It might be a better idea. Anyway, we'll leave it at the moment, and we'll go into this. Hopefully this will all just work again, yes? Fingers crossed. Oh, what a disaster, is. What a disaster. Standard retro TK2 things happening. But hey. Okay, so if I open up the script, as you can see, we get it, message box, hello world, and there she is. Okay, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Oh, okay. 0x. Oh, okay. Not 100% sure what's going on here is. It's coming up as 0x8800. Okay. Hopefully that'll all just work anyway for us. And now if I go back in and start up our game, hopefully we will all just work. Okay, let's go over and talk to her. Please work. No. What am I doing wrong, is? I mean, we're definitely getting... It's definitely the correct... It's definitely the correct thing I'm doing, isn't it? But I'm doing something wrong, is. What am I doing wrong? Let's try 0880. Let's try that one, because that was the correct one if I do the open script. Oh my goodness, wow. Maybe not then. I guess. Let's try this open script. Okay, so that is correct. Built-in lock command, hello world, release end. Okay, cool. So we are doing it somewhat right. It looks like it's trying to be correct. I wonder if it could be because I'm not putting M here. I've seen a couple of the actual scripts have started with an M here. I've actually seen lowercase and uppercase. Let's try this one. And we'll try and save it as that. Yes, I do want to replace that. Does that mean that I can keep that one? I'm not sure. No, okay, so I have to so I do have to recompile it. And which is kind of what I was expecting, to be honest, yes. So let's have scripts. Hello world PKS. Oh no, come on. Oh, do I actually have to? Oh dear, yes, oh dear. Okay, so let's go and do that. And let's go file open. And we'll do that one there, perfect. We open it up and we see the M. Okay, message lock, maybe that's the problem. I don't necessarily want message lock. I'm certain that this is easier than I am making it out to be, yes, but well, hey ho, fair enough. We'll soldier on with this, of course. Compile. And okay, good, I guess. Now if we go back in, that should hopefully be okay. We open it up and it's incorrect. Okay, what are we doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Test. Help. No, go away. Compile. Initialized, okay. Unknown. Okay, so it's coming out as a problem, and I believe it's coming out as a problem because, there we go. Okay, so the hello string world. So the M isn't correct. Message locks might be correct. We go into the open script again. Yeah, hello world. Nothing wrong there. Let's try and see actually if we can take off the lock case. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll try and make it so that we break the player and put the player into this sort of place. So ROM, compile, I believe. Cool. Okay, so hopefully this will stop the player from moving completely. And maybe I didn't save it. That could have been it. Maybe I didn't save it. Yes, that could be it, I suppose. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Apologies about this. Yes, this really shouldn't be this difficult. Hello world, and there we go. And we can't move. No, we can move. Why can we move? Unless it automatically does it for us. Maybe it automatically releases us Ace. Could be. I suppose maybe it does automatically release us. I wonder if it automatically locks us. Good question. Let's try and save the script. So, okay, well, that's good. I mean, we actually did make it do something, which is kind of cool. And I suppose if we go to compile now, then this will hopefully all work. Yes. And then because it's at the same offset, then hopefully it should all just work. Fingers crossed. And let's have a look. Press an A, hello world, and there we go. A again, and hello world. Okay, fantastic. Okay, cool. So we're kind of there, Ace, with this one, with my very basic understanding of how these scripting things work. Okay, cool. And what now then? What now? I kind of wanted to see if I could make it so that it wouldn't lock the player in place. Or that, sorry, where we could break it so that it would just lock the player in place. Maybe we'll try this here, Ace. Oops, no, not that one, sorry. Anytime you want to do a comment, by the way, Ace, it's just a single apostrophe, just like this, and it should hopefully show up in green, although the actual text shows up in green as well, so it's a little bit confusing, but it's still a little bit better than XSE, if you remember, Ace, because XSE didn't have any sort of highlighting for us at all, which was a bit of a problem, but okay. And now I want to compile. F9 is the compile. Okay, I must remember to do that then. And save. Oops. Save. Hopefully that's saving that as a hello world. Okay, cool. And then we go back into Unity and we launch our game. Okay, yes, hopefully we should be okay. Oh my goodness. Accidentally pressing A as opposed to Z. No, we're still able to move. That's a problem. That's a bit of an issue. What I'm expecting is to press A, have the game completely lock the player in place, and then for us to be in trouble, but it's not really happening for me the way that I want it to. Unless face player maybe automatically does that anyway. Maybe if you go to end, it'll just release it regardless. I'm not sure. I tell you what, let's make sure that we're actually calling this. So we'll take off the face player, and hopefully this will all just work again. So let's do another compile. Let's go back into the game, and the girl will hopefully just completely ignore us this time. Well, she'll say hello world to us, but she won't even face us. Okay, very good. And it does work, as you can see. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, cool. Let's try it so that we don't have the lock. Did we already do this before? Yes, I can't remember. We'll try it so that it doesn't have the lock, and I kind of want to see if I can break it because I want it to work the way that I expect it to work. So do a recompile there. Open up the game, and let's see if we get it. No. No, look, as you can see, yes, we're stuck in place anyway. Unless that's, you know, the nature of the actual message lock. Maybe message lock does that anyway. Oh, I don't know. I wonder if there's a way to... This is what mostly coding is, especially if you don't understand something. You just go around and hope for the best. I kind of want it to be... Let's try yes, no. Let's see if we can get that in the game. Add text. Okay, yes, no. Oh, no, go away. Come on. I don't want to do that dynamic offset. I'm wondering why it's starting as 740 as well. Anyway, 0014. And now I'm wondering whether or not I should keep it at 14 as well now, yes. Whether these offsets should be kept. See, this is a problem, I suppose, whenever you're working with dynamics, is that you're not sure whether or not to change it. I'm not sure either. I'm going to change these anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change these so that they're pointing to the correct offset that I want, and the hello world is correctly there. And hopefully if I go to compile, we succeed. No bother. Good, good, good. And then if we go into our game, sorry, yes, complete novice decides to create a Pokemon Rom hack. Brilliant. We are a long way from C# Ace. Okay. Right. We completely destroyed the game. Did that? Okay, let's try that again. Unless I messed up there. Unless we crashed out the game, yes? Hey, we crashed the entire game. Good job, us. I say us. I mean me. Why did we crash the game? Okay, let's try lock again then, and let's make sure that we're okay. Unless I'm looking for dynamics. Okay, let's do open the script. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not good. Why are we coming up with that? 008, maybe? Is that what I need? 8017? I can't remember is what I'm meant to be doing here. Complete novice decides to create a Pokemon game. Not a good idea. Oh dear. Okay, and now if I open the script. No, we're still getting the jump. Okay. That's not good, is. Let's be honest, that's not good at all. Okay, let me figure this out. File, open. Okay, cool. Go to the scripts. We're in the scripts folder. Brilliant. Open up this script. Brings it up this, which is what we had before. Let's stick with what the game is doing until I know it a little bit better. I haven't got a clue what I'm meant to be doing here. We'll do 000. We'll do at begin or start or whatever, and then we'll go again. My goodness, that was not good at all. Okay, cool. And compile. Of course, compile. Good job. New offset, which is a problem, because now you can see we're just racing through offsets here, which is, really not what we should be doing. 0x. Okay, and then we do open the script, and we completely mess it up. I say we. I mean me, yes, of course. What is going on here? Hang on. Compile. Okay. 8004A. Okay. Oh, okay. 8004A. Open script. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Maybe I put in an extra 0 or something. And that is a bit of a problem, is because whenever we're trying to go back and forth, unless I'm allowed to put in 00, just 0x. No, okay. It tries to force that. Unless I'm allowed to do that anyway. Maybe I'm allowed the pound sign. Or sorry, pound sign, the dollar sign instead. No idea. Okay, let's save this. Let's open her up, and let's hope that we haven't completely destroyed this thing. More so than it needs to be destroyed. Okay, good. And then we can still move around. Right, okay. I kind of want to try and shoot for this message yes, no. Come on, let's try and get that going. If we can. Please, please, please. Compile. And okay, so it's compiled it in as a new complete offset, which is a problem, as we know, unless you're meant to open it up. I'm trying to think what we're trying to accomplish here is, whether it's a case of, okay, now that you've got this, save this script. This is the script that you're going to use. You've had the dynamics, which is fine, but now you will use this forever, and this will be your offset, and go with that. I'm not sure. As you can see, we're going into the 880,000s. Unless that's the way the memory works actually is. So this takes up however many bytes, and this will increment up through those bytes. So you start here and then boom. I think that could be how it actually works. Okay, let's have a wee look and see if we can actually get a yes, no going here. Right, okay. Good start. Hello world. Yes. Yes indeed. And then presumably you can have conditionals on that as well. I say presumably, I already know you can have conditionals, yes. Otherwise, what would be the point in having it? Okay, yes, so yeah, as you can see, haphazard as always. Although it's good to see how you can, manipulate it yourself. I want to show you one last thing before we go, and which should hopefully help you whenever you're actually creating other messages and the like. So let's go into our program, script editor, XSE, and XSE has a pretty nifty thing where it allows you to go into text adjuster, and now you can type in whatever you want. Hello world, this is another retro TK2 script, or no, Pokemon Pokemon tutorial. Exclamation mark. Okay, so now we go into convert, and as you can see, we get out the actual string that would be used in our game. So like if I paste this in now, you can see we get equals, of course. Hello world, this is another, and then we get an escape, which is a new line, by the way. Yes, if you anytime you see a backslash character, then that means that this is a specific character, and what it just means is that there will be a new line taken. Of course, since this all has to remain on the same line, that's the only way that you can do that. I believe there's other ones you can get actually, backslash, I believe it's backslash R, which will also, it also functions like a new line, but usually you find backslash R before backslash N. Not exactly sure what backslash R means, yes, but who cares? We don't need to. Backslash N will certainly do for us here. So what's nice about this is that this has a limit where the actual Pokemon text box can go. So if we didn't put in this N, it would just sort of go off the screen. And hopefully I'll be able to show you that now with this. So, okay, let's save this. Yes, please. I would like to replace that, and then we will go to compile. We've got the compile. Hopefully we don't have to change that offset. We don't. Good, good, good. And save, even though we don't need to. Go into state 2, and let's go and speak to the girl again. So this time, if I talk to her, she'll say, hello world, this is another Retro TK2 Pokemon tutorial. And yes, it is, of course. Okay, so now that we've got that there, I want to show you what it looks like without the escaped character. Save and compile. Go back into stage 2. And let's go talk to the girl again. I should have put her closer. Bit of an idiot there. Hello world, this is another Retro TK2. Oh, look at that. And you can see that it's coming. It's just, no. All types of wrong, yes. Not the way it should be. So that's a pretty cool tool that you can use, the text adjuster on the XSE, and for whatever reason, PKSV doesn't have that, which is fair enough. But I think I'm going to leave it there, yes. I think that's enough failure for one day. And as you can see, we're making very, very slow but steady progress, of course. I'm going to actually move her down to here, so that now hopefully if I go back in, she will be pretty much there. I forgot to save it like an idiot. Save. Where is our warp again? Okay, so we just come into there for whatever reason. That's like roughly there. Disastrous. Standard from the series now, but now she's a little bit closer, so we don't have to keep going so far away. Hello world, this is another Retro TK2. That's not correct. Why is that not correct? I messed up again. Why did I mess up? Let's open up the script. And another, let's escape this. Oh my goodness. There she is. Sorry, yes, I forgot to set this up using my, instead of using my Apple keyboard, I'm just using my standard keyboard now. Fantastic and not working, which is brilliant. So hopefully that'll be, no, that won't be it because we didn't decompile. Or sorry, compile, should I say. Compiled, go back in. Let's hopefully we can put this to bed. Hello world, this is another Retro TK2 tutorial, and we're coming up with the problems again. Why are we coming up with these problems, yes? We opened it up. As you can see, we open up the script. We see that the script is there. We add in the N. We now do a compile. We've compiled to there. Good job. We now do a save, making sure that we save it to this. Yes, please. We didn't open the ROM correctly. We haven't opened the ROM. Perhaps that's the problem. Do a compile now, hopefully. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, I'm going to have to make probably a little bit of a better system for getting the scripts in, scripts out. But well, for now, this will do, sure. But something similar to what we've got in the Unity side of things. Because as you can tell, poor old Retro is finding it difficult with these offsets. But yeah, no, I think for the moment that's pretty okay. So that works quite nicely, and it'll certainly do for now. So yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe. Yes, I hope you're enjoying all the blunders and the struggles through as I try to learn how to actually code and script in the Pokémon Rom Hacks. You can email me at retrotika2@gmail.com if you find any tutorials on scripting with Pokémon Rom Hacks. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.